He buried his mother on a Friday. On Saturday he found the letter. And by Sunday nothing about his life was the same. Margaret had raised Daniel alone for 30 years. No complaints. No explanations. Just complete unconditional love that never asked for anything in return. Everyone who knew Margaret said the same thing at her funeral. She was the most selfless woman they had ever known. Daniel stood at her grave and thought he understood why. He had no idea how deep that selflessness actually went. He was clearing her room the next morning when he found it. Hidden inside an old Bible. A sealed envelope with his name written in her handwriting. And underneath his name she had written 3 words. For when I'm gone. He sat on her bed and read every word. 3 times. Because he needed to be completely certain he was understanding it correctly. When he finished he sat in silence for a very long time. He found Sarah in the kitchen and placed the letter on the table between them without saying a word. She read it slowly. Then she looked up at him. Neither of them spoke for a long time. Margaret was not his biological mother. She had taken him in as a newborn when his real mother Eleanor could not keep him. Eleanor had been 17. Alone. Terrified. And Margaret had made her a promise. That Daniel would never know. That he would always feel completely loved. She had kept that promise for 30 years. He didn't feel anger. He didn't feel betrayed. He felt something much more complicated. He felt the weight of a love so enormous that it had carried a secret for 30 years just to protect him. The letter had one more thing inside it. An address. Margaret had written it herself. As if she always knew that one day Daniel would need to find the woman who gave him life. Eleanor opened the door and looked at him for a long moment. She recognized him immediately.
I thought I'd never see you again.
For 30 years. She whispered his name. And Daniel saw something in her eyes he had not expected.
I'd never see you again.
Not guilt. Not shame. Just relief. The relief of a woman who had spent 30 years praying for this exact moment.
I am so glad you came today.
Eleanor told him everything.
It means more than you know.
About being 17.
I can finally find some
about
peace.
The impossible choice.
I am so
about the day
glad you
Margaret
came
promised
today.
to love him as her own.
It means more
And
than
Daniel
you know.
listened to every word without interrupting. Because he finally understood that 2 women had loved him his entire life. One visibly.
Means more than you know.
One from a distance.
I can
Daniel
finally
went back
find
to
it.
Margaret's grave that evening. He placed flowers down slowly. Then he said something quietly that nobody else heard. He said, "Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for keeping your promise. And thank you for leaving me the letter. Because now I understand that love is not always about blood. Sometimes it is about the person who stays."